Okay, so I'm doing a video on my two mountain e-bikes. They're both up for sale, and I'm going to be putting them on Facebook Marketplace. And so I'm doing a video so to kind of hopefully help promote the sale. I got them about the same time, about a year and a half ago, and I'll describe them briefly. This one is called the Stealth, made by a company that's called Stealth. And obviously because it's stealthy looking, and it comes with a micro shift 8-speed, the Acolyte shifter derailleur. The shifter's up here, the levers. It's got the seat post goes up and down like that with this lever here. Put it back down. It It has a couple of options as far as suspension. I got the Rock Shocks, which is the top of the line offering. And the Rock Shocks front forks with the longer travel. You can pump air into it. You can lock them out. Same with the monoshock in the back. It's great suspension. The battery is 52 volts. 17 and a half amp hours. It's got that flat black look. It's a 29er, meaning 29-inch diameter tires, 3 inches wide. It's also got the big hub in the back with the wide swing arm. So if you wanted to put a 26-inch fat tire on the back, wheel and tire, you could. They offer two configurations, and that happens to be that's the way the bike came, actually. But I'm using the 29ers, and then it has Magura calipers and rotors, which honestly, with a good Tektro, I don't notice any difference, but these are supposed to be better. I mean, they work great, so whether they're better or not, I don't know. I changed the handlebars, they're wider. It's got a tall gooseneck, so I used a different stem, but it's not an adjustable stem because it's already got a long gooseneck on it. It's got the phone holder. There's a menu for the motor, for the display, to change some settings if you wanted to. It does about 35 miles an hour if you give it pedal assist, but these really aren't built for speed. They're built for torque. It's got the Bafang M620, which is about 160 foot-pounds or Newton meters of torque. Is that right? Newton meters? Yeah. Of torque. And I mean, it'll climb like, God, it'll climb vertically. It's just incredible. It will climb a hill steeper than what you could climb because it's just, you can't stop it. This thing will go up a tree. A fantastic motor. I think there's like 5 assist settings on it. I can't remember if you can change that or not. But why change it? The weak link in these e-bikes, all of them, is the chain. If you're not in the right gear and you're starting to climb a hill, you'll put so much strain on that chain, eventually you'll snap it. Usually it'll tell you that it's going, it'll start acting up, it'll shift weird, make a weird, skip a little bit. So if you go anywhere riding, like up in the hills, you just take a spare chain with you and a couple tools, simple tools to change it out. But you got to cut the links. You got to pre-cut them because I think you buy them like 100. Well, they come differently, but I think for this standard is like 126, and I think this takes 122 links. I just noticed the master link. I believe I have that on backwards. I think the movable part is supposed to be facing back. I just noticed that. That chain is fairly new. I put it on not long ago. That's about it with this thing. I'll let you see that up here. And I'm going to be asking about $3,500 for this thing. I paid 56, 57, and then I probably put $300 into it. You know, with the seat that goes up. Don't let the Aventon fool you. That's off a different e-bike. I just changed the seat. And then this one is, it's aluminum alloy. I think it weighs like 60 something pounds, 65, 68 pounds. And this one comes in around 56, 58 pounds because it's carbon fiber. Now this one's slightly smaller. It's a 17.5-inch frame. I mean, it's still a pretty good sized bike. And it's got 27.5-inch wheels. You know, 3 inches wide, which is kind of more common. The 29ers are just, you know, they'll go over boulders. You wouldn't think it'd be a big difference, but it is. 1.5 inches is a big difference in wheels. But this bike is more than capable. Same motor, M620, 160 newton meters of torque. This thing, same thing. You get up to about 32, 34, 35 miles an hour. I mean, if you're really pedaling and helping it. But like I said again, these motors are built for pure power torque. They're mid drives. If you want to go super fast on the street, you put street tires and get a hub motor for it, or just buy an e-bike with a hub motor. These are for off-roading and climbing. They provide so much torque. And you can see this is fully suspended. Rock shocks on the forks on the front with a good amount of travel. Same on the back. Looks like this one, the rear shock has more travel than this one does. And I mean, it really moves. But you could stiffen it up. You can change the settings on it. Again, this one has a SRAM 11 speed. That's how it comes. This is Bike Tricks. It's a Canadian company, and they've got a pretty decent website. You could go online and check them out. This bike is cool looking. They're both cool looking bikes. I mean, they're just awesome. They handle well. This is the rock shocks. 35? You know, I don't know what that means. You can lock it out. You can put air in it. Again, you know, the Tektro Dorado brakes. So there's cheaper Tektros. I have them on, you know, on some of my other e-bikes. I have Tektro, but these are the Dorado. You can see, slightly upgraded. These brakes are fantastic. These brakes are just every bit as good as those brakes. Those are Maguras, and those are supposed to be, you know, superior, but you know, these things work just as well. I believe I've put metal sintered brake pads in these as an upgrade. You know, not that it really made a big difference, but you can put, there's a organic one you can put in where, you know, they're quieter, but these don't squeak either. These, you know, get them lined up properly, they work, and you break them in, they work fine. The organics are softer, they're supposed to be quieter, but yeah, I want tremendous stopping power with little effort, so that's why I got those. And then what else? This one, I can't put a kickstand on it because the swing arm, you can't drill into it. And I can't find anything that will go around that. It's like 1.25 inches wide, or 1 3/8 or something like that. And it's just, I guess can't find a kickstand that'll work. I mean, I guess I could try to come up with something, like get a clamp on, some kind of clamp on there and then attach it to that, but you know, I didn't bother. You know, when you're riding, you could lean it up against something when you're taking a break. This one I put that on, and it works. That's about the biggest one I could find, because that's got a big swing arm too. They don't come with swing arms. Mountain bikes generally don't come with, not with swing arms. They don't come with kickstands, these mountain bikes. It's always something you have to buy on your own. At least that's been my experience. These are fantastic e-bikes. Just good heavy-duty controllers. It's just not cheap junk. Reliable, well built, well put together, well finished, nice paint. I mean, if you zoom in on the video and look closely, I mean, you'll see these things are really well made. I mean, I think I paid almost $6,000 for each one. That one was close to 55, 56, something like that. This one was close to 6,000. Plus, I put handlebars on this one, and changed the seat. I put the drink holder down there. So almost $6,000 in this bike. So it's $12,000 in two bikes right here. But the Monte Capro. I think it's French for. It's either French or Portuguese for mountain goat. I believe it means mountain goat. Again, the chain. This is a SRAM chain. That's a KMC chain. Very similar. I bet probably one. Actually, I think one is narrower than the other, if I remember right. I'd have to get the micrometer out. I think one is slightly narrower. There's like $16 for the chains. And you like you said, you cut the links down to what you need. These take 122. Get a master link and a couple simple tools and bring it with you. Maybe some gloves because it's greasy. Because if it breaks on you, you're not pedaling home. You're gonna walk the bike off the mountain, and these bikes will take you a long way. So if you get way up there, and this happened to me, you got like hours walking home. Unless you get to the bottom of the hill, you can give your son a call, and he comes with the truck, which is what I did. I was lucky. Anyway, that's about all I can say. I don't want to bore you. I'm probably already boring you. But these are the bikes that are for sale. They're going to be on Facebook Marketplace, and I guess I'll go ahead and as soon as I do that, I'm going to do that this weekend. I'll see if I can put a link or something to it so you can find it if you're interested. I'm in Northern California. I'm in Sonoma County. Oh, again, the batteries are both, I think, 52 volt, 17.5 amp hour batteries. They lock, so there's a key to take them out. You can charge them on the bike, or you can take them off and you can charge them off the bike. And they're more than ample for riding. I mean, when you ride with these bikes, you generally pedal anyway. I mean, if you're going to do mountain biking, you got to get some exercise. Oh, this seat goes up as well, but you got to reach down here and do it. See, there it goes right there. You just hit this lever, and then you push back down. It's a little bit different. It's more convenient actually to have it on the handlebars over there, but since I installed this one, once I set it, I generally don't move it around. All right, these are my e-bikes that I am selling, and thanks for watching.